Go
Well,
ahead,
I was just
Eva.
going to say, it's surprising to me and really offensive that we haven't heard any of these GOP presidential candidates come out and take a stance against what Donald Trump has said. Although we hear them talking about immigration and wanting to court Latino voters, seems like to me if you want Latinos to vote for you, you're not going to go on national television and call them rapists and drug dealers.
Well,
They may be struggling to figure out how to even deal with Donald Trump joining the race and now being #2 in the polls.
And Don, I think you hit on an excellent point. You know, Donald Trump has shown himself to be a showman. I don't think he's a serious candidate. So why is it the role of Marco Rubio or Jeb Bush or some of these fundamentally serious candidates to go out and attack the unserious candidate? I think it's a sideshow. It's not within the mainstream of candidates.
But can you call him not a serious candidate, though, honestly? And I'll let both of you answer this. If he is polling the way he's polling, because, I mean, again, he's #2 in the polls. He's behind Jeb Bush. That's a pretty good ranking.
Not only is he #2 in the polls, Don, also people listen to Donald Trump. It's not as if this man is not getting major news coverage from all the networks. And it's not as if he doesn't have a bully pulpit from which to spew these racist comments. I think we would all feel differently if this man didn't have such a large platform. So I don't think it's fair, and I think it's disingenuous to say that we can't take him seriously when he's being taken seriously, as evidenced by the fact that people are saying they're going to go out and vote for him.
Kayleigh, he's had a platform for years. He's been speaking his mind for years on NBC and anyone else who'll listen to him.
Look, I think when you put yourself out there and you're a candidate who, as you mentioned, for years has been saying he's going to put himself out there and does say these, outrageous things, these things that get people fired up, he's going to have a spike in the polls when he first declares his candidacy. But I'm here to tell you he's not going to be anywhere near the top 5. He's not a serious contender within the Republican Party. And I think he made that pretty clear when the most important thing he said in his speech was, I am rich, repeatedly.
So, but here's the thing. Even if he's not a serious contender, as Mr. Nogales says, he thinks that it's a reflection, at least, Kayleigh, on Republicans. Do you disagree with that?
I completely disagree with that. I think the mainstream Republican has a great platform. Conservatism, at the end of the day, is about love and believing that the American individual has ingenuity and can get themselves up themselves and harness the American dream. We fundamentally believe that about the American people. We don't believe that you need help from government. And I think that that is the mainstream message. It's a message of love and a message of self-dependence. Really.
Areva, do you see similarities to how this is being handled to the calls for the Confederate flag to come down because some people waffled and then they wavered and then all of a sudden they had to relent?
I see it being similar, and I think the pressure is on. We see not only NBC cutting ties with Donald Trump, but now the pressure is on Macy's. Donald Trump has a line of clothing in Macy's, and now there's a petition going forward to end that relationship. So, yes, I think Republicans, just like with the Confederate flag, are going to have to, quote unquote, come to Jesus on this issue. They're going to have to respond. And if they're so loving and if they're so ready to embrace all people, including Latinos, then let some of the candidates step forward and say that. I don't think they can hide behind he's not a serious candidate. And whether he's going to be in the top 5 or the top 10 months from now, the fact is he's in the top 5 right now. So where are these candidates coming forward making Latinos and other ethnic minorities feel like they're a part of the party and that they do matter?